Hello, this is Explore My England with me, Tinks Davis. Now, today we're tracing the River Test all the way from Ash in North Hampshire right the way down to Southampton Water on the Solent. Now, it's a famous river because people come from all over the world to fly fish the brown and rainbow trout here on this wonderful chalk stream. Welcome to part 2 of our journey along the River Test, travelling this time from Stockbridge to Southampton Water. The Grosvenor Hotel is home to the Houghton Fishing Club, the oldest fishing club in the world. Starting in 1822, it is said to have seen many faces over the years, but its membership is extremely exclusive. There are several small streams that run from the high street of Stockbridge, whilst the main body of water runs to the west of the town. Follow this stream and footpath and it leads to Stockbridge Common marsh, popular with visitors and locals alike, enjoying the wide open space. The common is owned by the National Trust and walkers will often share the grassland with cattle. There are several different species of wildflowers found on the common as well as water birds near the riverside. Perfect on a sunny day, especially with a picnic. On we go now on our journey down the River Test from Stockbridge now to Romsey town. Our first stop is the wonderful wooden pedestrian bridge here in Houghton village. So we've moved down from Stockbridge and we're in Houghton now, and the river's widening out quite a bit here, and it's perfect for fly fishing. And although you won't be able to see on the camera, the river here is full of little minnows, tiny fish. Another small tributary, Wallop Brook, joins the Test near Houghton village, and further downstream is another National Trust property, Mottisfont, which has a fascinating history. A former abbey, now a glorious country house and famous for its extensive rose collection, it's open to the public and is truly one of the Test Valley's gems. So one of the nice things about the Test Valley is there's a path that runs right the way alongside the river. It's called the Test Way, and it runs from Houghton, where the river goes out to the sea, all the way up to Inkpen Beacon, which is better known as Coombe Gibbet. And I think it's about 40 something miles. We've now arrived at Kimbridge, where the River Dun meets the Test from its origins in East and West Grinstead. It passes through the Denes, Lockery and Dunbridge before joining the larger swell of water. The River Dun is another perfect example of a chalk stream with many wild trout in its clear waters. Time then for a cup of tea, and the perfect place to stop is the idyllic Kimbridge Barn. They also do a superb lunch or brunch in their well-appointed cafe, and there's plenty of parking. So one of the towns on the River Test is this pretty town of Romsey. The river actually runs to the west of the town, but we thought it'd be notable to have a quick look around because it's got this beautiful abbey which dates back to 907 AD. Around the first millennium it was a nunnery under the St. Benedict order, and as the story goes, the abbess in charge, Ethelflaeda, would stand naked in the river chanting psalms as an act of sanctity. Change came with the dissolution of the monasteries by King Henry VIII, but visitors today are welcome. Romsey is a picturesque market town situated in the heart of the Test Valley. The town centre has a rich history with charming architecture and a vibrant community. The town's layout is a blend of narrow winding streets with a quaint market square, hosting a weekly market. The streets have many independent shops contributing to the town's character. The King John's House Museum is certainly worth a look, and with the abbey as a backdrop, Romsey makes for a lovely visit. On we go then from Romsey towards the open sea, but as we leave Romsey there is a great place to view the Test at Sadlers Mill from the Causeway footpath. Known locally as Salmon's Leap because of the fish jumping past the fast-flowing water to travel upstream to spawn, there are still salmon in the Test today, but they can bypass the mill where the watercourse has been altered. Also on the outskirts of Romsey is Broadlands, a Palladian-style country house and 4,000-acre estate. The house is well known for its royal connections, as Broadland played host to Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip's honeymoon for 3 days in 1947, and later the Prince and Princess of Wales in 1981. Today it's a family home as well as a venue for grand weddings and country shows, as well as opportunities for fishing, trout, Atlantic salmon and grayling. So now we've come past Broadlands and we're in the Lower Test Nature Reserve. Now this is a wonderful place for wildlife. We've got butterflies, all sorts of insects and birds and various animals down here. So we're coming to the end of the Test. It's approaching the Southampton Water. Indeed, you can see over there the cranes unloading the container ships on Southampton Water. So we're at the very lowest reaches of the Test. The reserve, with its amazing boardwalk, is under the care of the Hampshire and Isle of Wight Wildlife Trust. It is thought there are over 400 species of wildflower and grasses on the site, made up of a mixture of habitats including reed bed, floodplain, marshes and meadows. Visitors are welcome to walk the boards and enjoy the fresh sea air. And so the Test reaches the sea on Southampton Water, gently flowing under the road bridge that links Houghton to the Redbridge area. The western bank is made up of saltwater marshes at Ealing and Bury, a favourite of wading birds. Its east bank is more industrial with all manner of commercial enterprises. Southampton Port is a hive of activity with container and cruise ships jostling for position in a major port in the UK. The waters of the River Test head downstream towards the Solent and out to the open sea. So here we are then on Southampton Water, and this is where the Test ends up. It runs into the water right the way up there a bit, and then flows down this channel right out to the Solent, and then out to the English Channel. So that's it. That's the end of the test, and thanks very much for joining us. Do check out our website. Cheerio for now.